Hey coin lovers and treasure hunters, welcome back to the channel where we uncover the hidden gems in your pocket change. Today we're diving into a coin you've probably held dozens of times without a second thought, the 1990 United States 1 dime. But did you know that some of these seemingly ordinary 10-cent coins are worth hundreds, even thousands, of dollars today? That's right. This little coin might just make your day. So sit back, relax, and let's uncover the story, the value, the history, and the rare errors that could make your 1990 dime a fortune. The dime, or 10-cent coin, has been a part of the U.S. currency system since 1796. But the version we all recognize today, the one with President Franklin D. Roosevelt's profile on the obverse, made its debut in 1946. It was introduced shortly after Roosevelt's passing to honor his legacy, especially his work with the March of Dimes, a campaign to fight polio. Fast forward to the year 1990, George H. W. Bush is president. Gasoline is around $1 per gallon, and the internet is still a mysterious new idea. That year, millions of dimes rolled out of U.S. mint facilities in Philadelphia and Denver. But here's where things get interesting. Not all of those dimes were created equal. Some carried small imperfections. Some were struck with rare mint errors. And some today are worth a lot more than 10 cents. In 1990, the Philadelphia Mint produced approximately 1.03 billion dimes. Yes, billion with a B, and they can be identified by the absence of a mint mark. Meanwhile, the Denver Mint struck around 927 million dimes, which you can recognize by the small D mint mark just to the left of the torch on the reverse side. There was also a small number of proof dimes produced in San Francisco, about 2.8 million of them, with a shiny mirror-like finish and an S mint mark. These were made especially for collectors and not meant for circulation. So if they made that many, how could any of these coins be valuable? Well, keep watching, because it all comes down to condition, rarity, and errors. The first thing that can make your 1990 dime valuable is its condition. If your dime is just a well-worn coin that's passed through thousands of hands, it's probably only worth its face value, 10 cents. But if it's in pristine, uncirculated condition, or even better, if it's been professionally graded by companies like PCGS or NGC and received a high grade, like MS 67 or higher, then you might be sitting on a gem. Some of these high-grade 1990 dimes have sold for hundreds of dollars, simply because they are hard to find in perfect condition after 30-plus years. And don't even get us started on proof dimes. A 1990 S-proof dime in PR 70 deep cameo, basically a perfect coin, has fetched over $400 at auction. Now here's where things really heat up. Let's talk about errors, the real treasures in the coin world. Some 1990 dimes left the mint with striking errors like off-center strikes, double dies, and even missing clad layers. These errors are not only rare, but they're also extremely collectible. Here are a few examples of error coins that are turning heads and raising eyebrows. A 1990 P dime with a full obverse double die, where Roosevelt's features and the lettering are doubled, has sold for over $250. A 1990 D dime missing the clad layer on one side, exposing the copper core, has gone for $300 to $500, depending on condition. A dramatic off-center strike, where part of the design is missing because the coin wasn't aligned properly during minting, can sell for $100 to $800 or more. And then there are the proof dimes with minting errors. These are extremely scarce and can fetch thousands of dollars if authenticated. Most circulated dimes from this year are still worth just face value, 10 cents. But collectors are actively buying and selling error coins and high-grade examples. Here's what the market looks like right now. A 1990 P. Roosevelt dime graded MS 68 by PCGS recently sold for $400. A proof 1990 S dime in PR 70 deep cameo brought in $450. Error coins with dramatic double dies or missing clad layers continue to sell in online auctions for $100 to over $1,000, depending on rarity and condition. Even a raw coin, ungraded, with a visible mint error can sell on eBay for $50 to $200. So before you toss that dime into a vending machine or coin jar, give it a closer look. Look at the mint mark. P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, S for proof San Francisco coins. Examine the coin under good lighting or with a magnifying glass. especially the lettering, date, and Roosevelt's profile for signs of doubling. Check the rim and edges. Any unusual thickness, off-centering, or missing parts. Weigh the coin on a precise scale. A missing clad layer will reduce the weight. If you suspect you've got a rare one, consider sending it to PCGS or NGC for grading and authentication. So there you have it, the 1991 dime coin. It's small, it's shiny, it's everywhere, but it just might be worth way more than you think. From high-grade beauties to rare mint errors, this little Roosevelt dime continues to surprise collectors and casual finders alike. Next time you get change at the store, don't be too quick to spend that dime. Who knows? You might just be holding on to a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin history and value, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a video. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or if you want us to cover a specific year or denomination next. Today, we've got something truly fascinating that might just be hiding right under your nose. A coin that millions of Americans have used without a second thought. But here's the kicker. That tiny dime from 1991? Yeah, the one with Roosevelt's face? That little coin could be worth a lot more than just 10 cents. In fact, some collectors are shelling out serious cash for specific versions of it. So buckle up, because we're diving deep into the story, the secrets, and the shocking value of the 1991 United States one dime. Picture this. You're going through your coin jar, just another regular evening. Maybe you're rolling coins, maybe you're just bored. Suddenly, your eye catches something. A dime. 1991. Looks ordinary. Worn a little, but still shiny. You think nothing of it, until you realize that this exact coin, under the right circumstances, could be worth hundreds, even thousands, of dollars. Yes, you heard that right. Not a dollar. Not 10. We're talking major money, and we're going to explore exactly why. Let's start with the basics. The 1991 dime is part of the Roosevelt dime series, which began in 1946 following the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. He was immortalized on the dime because of his work with the March of Dimes, a campaign to fight polio, a disease he personally battled. So, the dime is more than just a small coin. It's a symbol of perseverance, leadership, and national effort. Now, by 1991, the Roosevelt dime had already been in circulation for 45 years. These dimes were made of a copper core clad in a layer of nickel, giving them that silvery appearance. They were struck at multiple mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. And here's where things start to get interesting. Every U.S. coin tells a story, not just in its design, but in the small details that many people overlook. One such detail is the mint mark. On the 1991 Roosevelt dime, the mint mark can be found just above the date. A P stands for Philadelphia, a D for Denver, and an S for San Francisco. The San Francisco Mint primarily produced proof coins, high-quality coins not intended for general circulation, but rather for collectors. These coins are struck multiple times for a mirror-like finish. In 1991, a typical proof set included a Roosevelt dime. But here's the twist. Some of these dimes were struck with errors or unique characteristics that make them highly desirable today. Let's talk value. A regular 1991 P or 1991 D dime in circulated condition, probably just worth face value, 10 cents. Maybe slightly more if it's in mint state. But here's where things get spicy. Certain 1991 dimes, especially those from proof sets, can be extremely valuable. Take the No-S proof dime. While there's no confirmed 1991 No-S dime like in other years, such as the famous 1975 No-S Roosevelt dime, which sold for over $400,000, collectors are always on the lookout for unusual strike errors, weak mint marks, double dies, off-center strikes, and other anomalies that could make even a 1991 dime a prized collector's item. And then there's condition. A flawless 1991 dime graded MS, 68 or higher by PCGS or NGC. Those are professional coin grading services. Can fetch anywhere from $50 to over $200, depending on the buyer. Proof coins in PR 69 or PR 70 condition, especially deep cameo versions, can go for similar or even higher amounts if they're perfectly preserved. What's the market like today for these coins? Well, coin collecting isn't just a niche hobby anymore. It's a booming industry. Rare coins are being traded in auctions, private sales, and online platforms like eBay and heritage auctions for thousands of dollars. The demand for error coins, mint state coins, and proof coins has only increased, especially among younger collectors and investors who see coins not just as collectibles, but as alternative assets. Right now, a 1991 Roosevelt dime in pristine condition can fetch between $30 and $300, depending on its mint mark, grade, and whether it has any rare errors. A full band dime, that is, one where the horizontal bands on the torch are fully visible and sharply struck, can command even more. Collectors value these because they indicate a strong, crisp strike from a fresh die. And remember, many valuable coins were discovered by accident. People just like you who took a second look at their change and noticed something odd. Could you be next? So how can you tell if your 1991 dime is worth anything? Here's a quick guide. Check the mint mark. Is it A, P, D, or S? Proof coins with an S, mint mark, might be worth more. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass. Look for doubling on the date or letters, off-center strikes, missing details, or anything unusual. Examine the condition. The less wear, the better. Sharp details, no scratches, and original luster are key. Grade it professionally. If you suspect you have something special, consider sending it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Compare with online sales. Check recent listings and auction results to see what similar coins have sold for. So there you have it, the 1991 Roosevelt dime. A coin most people ignore, but some are quietly cashing in on. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious, take a moment today. Check your change. Look through your old coin jars. That ordinary dime might just be your ticket to an extraordinary find. And if you found this video helpful or even just interesting, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our future coin hunting adventures. Drop a comment below if you've got a 1991 dime or if you've ever found a rare coin in the wild. I'd love to hear your story. Today, we're talking about a coin that most people completely overlook. It's small, shiny, and slips into our pockets unnoticed. But in the world of numismatics, that's coin collecting, by the way, this little coin could be worth much more than 10 cents. That's right. Today we're talking about the 1997 one-dime coin from the United States of America. And by the end of this video, you're going to look at every single dime in your change jar with a brand new perspective. Because yes, some of these dimes are worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars, and they're hiding in plain sight. So don't go anywhere. Grab your coin jar, because this is going to be good. Let's start with the basics. The dime is the 10-cent coin of the United States, and the 1997 version is no exception. It features the familiar portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse. That's the front, which has been the standard design since 1946. The reverse of the coin displays the torch flanked by an olive branch on the left and an oak branch on the right, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. But here's the thing. Not all dimes are created equal. Even though billions, yes, billions, of 1997 dimes were minted, only a select few have become legendary in the eyes of collectors. Why? It's all about errors, rarity, condition, and where they were minted. Let's break it all down. The 1997 dime was struck at two major United States mint facilities, Philadelphia and Denver. So you'll typically see a little P or D mint mark right above the date. If there's no mint mark, that's a sign of a potential proof coin or even an error. We'll get to that soon. Philadelphia Mint, P over 1.2 billion dimes were produced. Denver Mint, D over 1.1 billion dimes were struck. Sounds like a lot, right? And it is. But again, quantity doesn't always mean lack of value. Because even among billions, rare errors and pristine conditions can turn a 10-cent coin into a rare collectible. Now here's where things get really exciting. The true treasure lies in error coins. Minting errors are mistakes that happen during the production of a coin, and they make certain coins extremely rare and extremely valuable. Let's look at some examples. Off-center strike. If you find a 1997 dime that looks like it was printed off to the side, meaning part of the design is missing or shifted, that's an off-center strike. Depending on how far off it is, these can fetch $50 to $250, or even more if it's dramatically off-center and still shows the date clearly. Double die errors. Now this one is the holy grail for some collectors. A double die error means the coin was struck more than once with slight movement, creating a doubled image. Look closely at the date, the lettering Liberty, or In God We Trust. If you see any doubling, you might be sitting on a gold mine. Some of these have been sold for $500 or more. Missing clad layer modern dimes are composed of a copper core sandwiched between layers of nickel. But occasionally, the outer layer is missing. These copper-looking dimes from 1997 stand out like a sore thumb and can be worth $100 to $300 or more. Proof coins in circulation. Proof coins are specially struck for collectors. They have a mirror-like finish and are not meant to be used. However, sometimes they find their way into circulation. A 1997 proof dime accidentally used in circulation could fetch a premium if it's still in good shape, anywhere from $20 to $100 depending on condition. Broad strike and misaligned die errors. Coins that look stretched, flattened, or oddly shaped without the rim could be broad struck. Misaligned dies create a similar oddball effect. These types of error coins can sell for $50 to $150, especially when in better condition. Section title: Condition is everything. Let's talk condition. A 1997 dime fresh out of the mint in perfect condition is graded as MS 70. That's mint state. And 70 is the highest grade on the Sheldon coin grading scale. Even without errors, a 1997 P or 1997 D dime in MS 67 or better can bring in $25 to $100 or more, simply because coins that old rarely survive in pristine condition. People use dimes. They get scratched, worn, and tossed around. So finding one that still looks fresh is rare. Let's talk real market value. Here are some recent sales and estimates as of this year. 1997 DMS 68 dimes sold for $350 at auction. 1997 P with double die obverse fetched $500 off. Center strike. 1997 D dime went $4.175. Missing clad layer. 1997 dime sold $4.275. 1997 S proof coin in PR 69 deep cameo condition went for $30 to $50, and these prices are only going up as collectors hunt down the few rare coins that escaped the everyday grind of circulation. Okay, so let's say you're now digging through your change or coin collection. What exactly should you look for in your 1997 dimes? Here's a checklist. Check the mint mark, P or D, or maybe it's missing. Look for doubling, especially on Liberty or the date. Examine the edge. If it looks copper and not silver, could be a missing clad layer. Check if it looks weird or off-center, stretched, or misaligned, shiny and spotless. It might be a high-grade MS coin or even a proofed. Don't overlook these small coins. They could be hiding something. BIG.SO. There you have it. The 1997 one dime from the United States of America. A coin that most people toss into a vending machine without a second thought could actually be a mini treasure. Whether it's because of a rare minting error, pristine condition, or a freak anomaly, this little dime can be worth a whole lot more than 10 cents. Next time you're out and you get change back, or you're sorting through that jar of coins you've been meaning to take to the bank, take a second and look at your dimes, especially the 1997s. Because you never know, your next find could be worth hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more hidden gems in everyday currency, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new upload. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a valuable coin, or if you're checking your change now. If you're holding on to a 1999 US dime, don't blink, don't scroll away, because this small coin could be hiding a big secret. Today, we're diving deep into the world of the 1999 Roosevelt dime. You heard that right, a tiny 10-cent piece that could be worth way more than its face value. Get comfortable, grab a drink, and join me for a journey through numismatic history, minting quirks, hidden rarities, collector obsessions, and the current market that just might shock you. Let's start from the very beginning. The 1999 US dime, officially known as the Roosevelt dime, is part of a series that began in 1946. That year marked the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a man who led the country through the Great Depression and World War II. His face was chosen to appear on the dime not only because of his leadership, but also because of his strong association with the March of Dimes campaign to fight polio. Now fast forward to 1999, a year filled with excitement as the world prepared for a new millennium. While people were worried about Y2K bugs and the digital future, the US Mint was still doing what it does best, producing billions of coins to keep the economy moving. But not all coins are created equal, and some of these dimes from 1999 were anything but ordinary. So what makes the 1999 dime special? First off, let's look at the basics. It's a small coin made mostly of copper and nickel, a composition that's been the standard since 1965. It weighs just 2.27 grams and measures 17.91 millimeters in diameter. But we're not here to talk about ordinary statistics. We're here because some of these dimes have become highly collectible and incredibly valuable due to rare errors, mint marks, and pristine conditions that drive collectors wild. The 1999 Roosevelt dime was minted in two major facilities, Philadelphia and Denver. You can tell which is which by looking just above the date on the obverse. That's the front side of the coin with Roosevelt's portrait. If there's a small d, that's Denver. No letter? That's Philadelphia. Simple, right? Well, here's where things get exciting. Most of these coins were made in the hundreds of millions, yes, hundreds of millions. So your average circulated 1999 dime is worth, well, about 10 cents. But the game changes entirely when we talk about rare varieties, mint errors, and condition grades. Let's talk about error coins. These are the golden tickets of the coin collecting world. A coin that was misprinted, misstruck, or otherwise messed up during minting can become extremely rare and extremely valuable. Here are some 1999 dime errors that collectors are keeping their eyes out for. Off-center strikes, where the coin's image is misaligned. Depending on how extreme it is, it could be worth anywhere from $50 to several $100s. Double die obverse. This error makes the text or image appear doubled. It's super rare for 1999 dimes, but when found, these coins can sell for over $1,000 depending on the clarity of the doubling. Wrong planchet errors. This is when a dime is struck on a coin blank mint for another denomination. Imagine finding a dime on a penny blank. Yes, that has happened, and collectors go crazy for them. Clip planchet. A section of the coin is literally missing due to a miscut blank. If you find a 1999 dime like this, especially uncirculated, it can easily bring in $75 to $300 or more. Now, condition is king in the coin world. Collectors are willing to pay a serious premium for coins that are perfectly preserved. These are graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, using a scale from 1 to 70. Coins in the upper 60s, especially MS68 or MS69, are extremely rare and valuable. Did you know a 1999 Roosevelt dime graded MS69 by PCGS sold for over $1,000 at auction? That's right, a coin that cost 10 cents at the time has grown by more than 10,000% in value. Why? Because fewer than a handful exist in such high grade. Even MS67 coins can fetch between $50 to $150, depending on demand, and I appeal. So what should you be looking for in your spare change or old coin jar? Look for error coins, misstrikes, doubling, off-center prints, and missing parts. Examine the mint mark. Is there anything unusual? Check the condition. Is it almost uncirculated or perfect? Consider getting it graded. If it looks flawless, keep an eye on eBay and auction houses for pricing trends. Right now in 2025, prices for high-grade and error 1999 dimes are rising. The coin collecting hobby has surged in popularity, with more people hunting for rare coins than ever before. As a result, demand is pushing values up. On platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections, we're seeing a healthy market for these coins. A clean, mint condition 1999 dime with an error or perfect strike can sell for hundreds, sometimes over $1,000. Even coins in excellent but not perfect shape can bring in a nice return, especially if they've been certified by PCGS or NGC. So the next time you get change at the grocery store, or you're digging through your old coin jar, take a closer look. That 1999 dime might not be just 10 cents, it could be a miniature treasure. And here's a little challenge for all of you watching. Check your dimes today and comment below if you find a 1999 dime. Let me know the mint mark and condition. Who knows? We might have some future coin millionaires in the making right here on this channel. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin history and value, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another episode. We've got more coin secrets, hidden gems, and valuable finds coming your way. And hey, share this video with a friend who might be holding on to a fortune and doesn't even know it. Then you're going to love what we're diving into today. Because in this video, We're going to uncover the fascinating world behind a tiny piece of American currency that could be hiding something big, the 2000 United States of America 1 dime coin. That's right, just a small 10-cent coin that might actually be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. And no, I'm not kidding that we're talking about the kind of coin that could be sitting in your coin jar, in your car's cup holder, or maybe even deep down in your couch cushions. You might have walked past it 1,000 times and never realized its true value. So grab a drink, sit back, and let's take a deep dive into the value, the history, the hidden errors, and the rare varieties that make the year 2001 dime coin way more valuable than just 10 cents. Mantelpiece Clock Chapter 1. A brief history of the American dime. Let's start with the background. The U.S. dime, worth 10 cents, has a long and storied history going all the way back to 1796. But the version we're focusing on today is the Roosevelt dime, which first made its appearance in 1946, just a year after President Franklin D. Roosevelt passed away. The Roosevelt dime was created to honor his legacy, particularly his work in founding the March of Dimes to fight polio. His face became the official image on the front, also known as the obverse, of the coin, and it's been there ever since. Now, by the year 2000, the Roosevelt dime had already been circulating for over half a century. Millions of these coins were produced by the U.S. Mint every single year, and that includes the year 2000. So you might be thinking, what makes the 2000 dime so special? Well, here's where things get interesting. Magnifying glass tilted left Chapter 2. Mint locations and what to look for in the year 2000. The U.S. Mint struck Roosevelt dimes at 2 main locations, Philadelphia and Denver. If you look just above the date on the obverse side of the dime, you'll see a small letter, a P for Philadelphia or a D for Denver. But here's the thing. Not all dimes are created equal. Some of these coins contain mint errors, and others were minted under very specific conditions that make them much more valuable to collectors. We're talking misstrikes, double dies, off-center strikes, proof coins, and even missing mint marks. A 2000 dime with no mint mark at all? That can fetch a high price, especially if it's in pristine condition or has a known error. So let's talk money. Just how much can a 2000 dime be worth? A standard 2000 P or 2000 D Roosevelt dime in circulated condition is worth just about face value, 10 cents. But an uncirculated coin, in mint state condition, especially if it's graded MS 65 or higher, can easily be worth $2 to $10, depending on the quality. A proof version, particularly the 2000 S proof struck in San Francisco, can be worth $10 to $20, and more if it's a perfect coin graded PR 70. Now here's the juicy part. Error coins from the year 2000 can be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Some notable examples include off-center strikes, where the coin was not properly aligned during minting. These can sell for $50 to $250 or more, depending on how dramatic the error is. Double die obverse or reverse, where the coin has a noticeable doubling in the design or lettering. These are extremely desirable to collectors and can sell for hundreds of dollars, especially in uncirculated condition. Wrong planchet errors. Imagine finding a dime struck on a penny planchet or on a foreign coin blank. These rarities have been known to sell for over $1,000 at auction. And then there are the missing clad layer errors, where part of the nickel coating is missing and the copper core is exposed. Again, we're talking big money if you find one of these. Here's your checklist. Check the mint mark. Look above the date. If it's missing, it could be valuable. Inspect for doubling. Look closely at the lettering, especially Liberty and In God We Trust. If the letters appear doubled, you might have a double die coin. Look for off-center strikes. If the image or date is not centered, that's a strong sign of an error. Check the rim. Is it fully struck? Is part of the design missing? Compare the weight. A dime should weigh around 2.27 grams. If it's lighter or heavier, it could be a minting mistake. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Get up close. The details matter. You don't need to be a professional to find a valuable coin. Many people find rare dimes in pocket change, from bankrolls, or even inside old piggy banks. Let's talk about what's happening in the market right now. According to recent coin auctions and collector markets, a 2000 P off-center dime sold for $125. A double die dime from the same year graded MS 67 went $4,400. A proof 2000 Roosevelt dime graded PR 70 deep cameo fetched $95 at auction. A missing clad layer dime. Half copper, half silver colored. Sold for nearly $1,200. These aren't myths. These are real sales, real coins, real money. And yes, these dimes started out just like any other, circulating in everyday transactions. The next time someone hands you a dime, don't just toss it in your pocket or drop it in a jar. Take a second look. Because coins are more than just currency, they're pieces of history. They tell stories. They hold secrets. And some of them, they're worth way more than their face value. The 2000 United States one-dime coin might just be the treasure hiding in plain sight. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, always keep your eyes open. Because in the world of coin collecting, it only takes one special find to turn 10 cents into $10,000. If you found this video helpful or fascinating, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more amazing videos just like this. Drop a comment below. Do you have a 2000 dime? Have you ever found a rare coin? I'd love to hear your story. Until next time, happy hunting, and remember, every coin has a story. Make sure you're listening.